Welcome to part 7 of 8 of our Discovering Biblical Treasures Chanukah mini-series. It is wonderful to have you back here. And what we'd like to take a look at today is what Chanukah is, but more importantly, the traditions that surround this holiday. Bear in mind, this is a holiday, not a holy day, but it's still a time that we dedicate to the Lord and for what the Lord has done for us. What is it about again? As a review, it's the story of how the Jews defeat the Greeks and kick Hellenism out of Judea, rededicating the temple. The miracle that we celebrate today is the story of the oil that's supposed to last 1 day that goes 8 days. We discussed in the last part how that is not exactly what happened, but it's a really cool narrative. And in Jewish, or I should say Hebraic storytelling, it definitely fits. And the temple is restored. How about traditions? Let's look at some traditions today. The one that my grandmother Julia was fantastic at was making latkes. Latkes are very much simply potato pancakes with some spices and some egg and some other things thrown in. And you fry them in oil. I like to use olive oil. And I'll be honest, I have never been able to recreate my grandmother's recipe. Even though I have it, I could never recreate the way she did latkes. So I think when you cook latkes, you put a lot of love into latkes. You do it for the family because they just taste good and it is a fantastic celebration. Others also like to have deep fried donuts. I never had that when I was growing up, and maybe this year at Hanukkah I'll go look for some. Also, gifts are given out. We're going to talk about gifts in part 8. But usually it's gelt, Chanukah gelt. It's money. So presents are given out during Hanukkah. And then comes this little spinning top called the dreidel. And it's a 4-sided spinning top that you play different games on it. I like to play the game with my grandchildren where they get mini tiny little dreidels, and there's one big one, and we do play with pennies. And you decide what of the 4 letters of the Hebrew alphabet are going to show up. When you spin the big top, you put in a penny. Everyone puts a penny in, spin it, and if anyone matches, they get the pennies. And we keep doing that till we run out of pennies. It's a neat little game. Let me put up on the screen for you. This is the famous song about the dreidel. I remember singing this as a kid and learning it. And you could find this by simply Googling the dreidel song out on the internet. Hanukkah is a celebration. It's a celebration of victory. Let me tell you the essence of Jewish holidays as it was once told to me. First, these Gentiles tried to kill us. Secondly, with the Lord's help, we won. Third thing, we eat. So we come together to celebrate Hanukkah. Families will come together, have fantastic meals. My grandmother Julia, I loved her cooking and I so dearly miss her. My boobie. She would make the most fantastic brisket and the potato pancakes, the latkes, and other appropriate foods for that day. And we would come together as a family and have a wonderful time. It's a time of celebration. It's a time of dedication. It's a time to celebrate that we are chosen people by the Lord, that we are children of Abraham, who we are blessed by. Well, I thank you for watching this episode of our Chanukah mini-series, and I look forward to seeing you in part 8. Take care and shalom.